Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, we've got a big update on CM Punk's latest burial.
A wrestler was sent home from this weekend's AEW Collision.
We're going to talk about who's selling the most WWE merch.
And a health update on El Hijo del Vikingo. I'm Adam Wilborn.
And I'm Andy Murray.
And this is the news.
We're going to kick things off by talking about CM Punk doing burials. He was at it again on Saturday after Collision. You know what happened. You know what he said. You've probably caught up on it by now. If you haven't, Cliff Notes version, post-show, cutting a promo, called Hangman Page a peg warmer because his action figures are on the shelves. And then he took a shot at people for, like, if you're the heart and soul, you got to behave like the heart. He did a whole bunch of stuff. But coming out of this, understandably, a lot of people were like, is this a work? Is this leading to something? Is this blah, 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 blah? No. It wasn't a work.
Okay.
So, three individual people have reported that it wasn't a work and it's not leading to a storyline. Dave Meltzer, New Wrestling Observer, Daily Update. I think he was the first. Forgive me if he wasn't. PW Insider's Mike Johnson corroborated it, and so was Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful.
That's like the Holy Trinity, really, isn't it?
It's literally the big three of wrestling media going, it's not a work. So there you go. Now, Mike Johnson, PW Insider, notes firmly that there are no plans for Page and Punk to feud in AEW. He notes that the post-show happenings were supposed to be an off-the-cuff segment meant to thank the audience and hype them up for the Ring of Honor taping. Now,
that's one way to do it.
Yeah, it certainly is. So we're going to talk about someone else who got sent home. Maybe, I don't know. We don't know if it was related. Yeah. It's not clear.
The Punk thing happened and my thing happened. We're not saying they're necessarily connected.
Yeah, we'll go over that in a minute. But in Meltzer's report, he notes that Hangman Page was actually told to leave the arena, sort of.
Makes sense.
He was meant to be at Collision to do a pre-taped segment, but he was told he would have to do it away from the arena shortly after arriving. Now, there's no word on like what time he arrived, if it was before the promo, which was after Collision but before the Ring of Honor tapings, or if it was after that. There's no word on the timing of that, which could make it quite interesting, because you can imagine him turning up for a planned pre-taped segment and then, like, at the beginning of the night, before Collision, before the promo, why would they turn him away? It's all very weird.
It's like something out of like Faulty Towers or something, isn't it? Where it's like, I've got to keep this person over here and not realise that this person over here is calling them a peg warmer.
But then why would you invite them to the show in the...
Yeah.
It's all very strange.
Hi, Adam. Actually, let's go over there.
We should note that Punk, the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega, they are legally forbidden from talking about what happened at All Out. Hangman Page and CM Punk are not legally bound by their issues because they didn't brawl backstage, presumably. There you go, do a thing.
In other news, that's the best way of putting it.
Yeah, let's do it.
And let us know your thoughts, of course, on everything that's happened, because I sense that looking at Twitter, many people already have in the comment section below. Let's have it today.
Let's go. Let's go.
Be nice, though. Be civil.
Respect each other, or I will just mute you from the channel.
If you're going to be the heart and soul of the YouTube comment section, set a higher bar for yourself, first of all, but be nice. Yeah. Ryan Nemeth was sent home from AEW Collision. This was
he beat up CM Punk. Wow, what a scoop there, Adam.
No. Normally it's him having to say allegedly from me. Now, no. Fightful Select says that Nemeth was brought to Greensboro, North Carolina for Collision, only for a coach to inform him that he would not be needed and that a flight had been booked for him to go home instead. Now, I will reiterate here, there is no confirmation as whether Andy's story about CM Punk and Hangman Page and the shooting and what have you, and my story, no word on whether they are related, but Fightful themselves know that Nemeth and Punk were involved in a confrontation following Punk's AEW return for Collision's launch 2 months ago, after Nemeth, of course, tweeted, literally the softest man alive, following Punk's return promo, which you may remember took a little bit of a sly dig at the Young Bucks. We are 2 weeks away from All In.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet this morning, I can't remember who tweeted it, but it's very AEW, this, isn't it?
Yes, it's very Tony Khan running a locker room. Yeah, so we'll stress again, because I think a lot of people have made this mistake with the Ryan Nemeth report here in particular. The Ryan Nemeth and CM Punk had words months ago. This past weekend, 2 days ago, Nemeth went to the arena and got sent home. Those are the situations.
Yes.
Although again, what a waste of money. Come to the show. No, we booked you a flight. Bugger off, mate.
Yeah,
It's weird.
You can tell that someone's doing well for themselves.
Yeah, and
It's like when anyone says, "Oh, how are you doing financially?" and they say, "I'm comfortable." You go, "Oh, cool, you're rich then."
yeah, you're smoking $100 bills
Yeah.
for breakfast. Right now, I think he's deleted his Twitter account. I went looking for the post and I couldn't find it. I think he's deleted his account since then.
Yeah.
I've always
Or
seen.
because he just didn't want to be on X.
Yeah, like I don't know what's going on here. I have always viewed Ryan Nemeth as a force for good. He stood up for a lot of good causes. He's a very fun, engaging guy on Twitter, and indeed in the ring. He's not the most used guy in AEW, but when you see him, he's like a very good guy at his level on the card, and he's fun. Hollywood hunk, all of that stuff. Get a kick out of that.
One of the best Nemeths in wrestling.
Right up there.
Right up there, top two.
Yeah, take your pick, one or two. But look, if CM Punk does not let go of grudges easily, I think that's fair to say. If he feels slighted by you, he's probably going to come at you.
Imagine if they hadn't brought the Punker back, how boring our lives would be.
It's crazy, isn't it? Because this chaotic stuff, it does make the news cycle really fun.
Oh.
That being said, if I was in the locker room, I would be like, this is terrible.
That also being said, me and Andy are going out for a steak dinner tonight. Thanks, CM Punk.
Yeah, thanks, Phil. So this whole thing is completely nuts. I'm going to say one thing and I'm going to lay it out into the world. I'm not going to analyse it. I'm going to say enjoy this CM Punk run because I think we've only got about 3 weeks of it left before it goes to complete hell.
I completely agree, and I'm going to say one more thing, and that is hit the subscribe button and ring the bell.
Yeah,
you didn't see that one coming.
More quality content like this. WWE merch seller. Bit of Ola England there. Clap. WWE merch sellers. Who's killing it? Well, it's pretty much everyone you'd expect. But this Fightful Select report is interesting nonetheless.
Sorry, I'm posing to do the LA Knight. This is inevitably coming.
Okay, LA Knight, he's there.
Sorry.
There you go. He's sorry.
I realised as I did that looked like a child waiting to ask a question in class, don't I?
Hey, listen, it's coming. So, Fightful Select came through for a report, and this is more focused on live event merch sales.
Oh, right.
Usually when a report comes through like this, it's about WWE Shop, online, third party, all that stuff. But yeah, LA Knight is, a quote, right up there when it comes to online sales with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes.
Wow.
They've published this report noting that the majority of Knight's sales are online and done through WWE's partnership with a third-party platform. I imagine that's things like the what's it called? Fan site? No.
Yeah, something. I know what you mean. I want to say FanDuel, but I don't know if that's the right thing.
Let us know in the comments below because I can't remember. He is often reported to be amongst WWE's top sellers, Mr. Knight, but Fightful note these reports often actually neglect live event sales, and actually in WWE recently has been a bit of a bone of contention that Knight hasn't had as much stuff at the live events for people to buy. And if I'm going to that show and a guy's going, yeah, I want the t-shirt, I'm buying straight away, come on brother. Now Rhodes, his name, Cody, has been top of many a live event sale report here. He's had several merch items in the top 5. The Bloodline's recent split has changed things. Previously, they were considered as one. Roman, the Usos, and the Bloodline as a collective. It was like one unit. Now they've gone their separate ways. The stable's kind of over. And the Usos have continued to perform well. It's a shame they just split up, but they'd continue to perform
Jay's
well.
going to be gutted about leaving the company now.
I know. Why did you quit your job, Jay?
He's been moved to the alumni section. This is definitely not a work.
No, I saw him in the unemployment queue this morning.
He's going to be all in.
Yeah.
I'm officially reporting that.
He
And
is.
when have I ever been wrong?
Jonathan Oos. Or whatever. Is Jay or Jimmy Jonathan in real life?
And Louise asks me
remember.
this all the time. She always says which one's married to Trinity, and I can never remember. Yeah, because one's called John. I get confused, Andy.
Big John. Other names that are constantly in the live event top 5s include Roman Reigns, Rhea Ripley, and Seth the Chef Rollins.
Makes sense.
No big surprises there. And beyond individual wrestlers, it's noted that generic WWE merchandise, like just WWE t-shirts and championship belts and stuff like that, always do well as well and regularly top the list. So there you go. LA Knight, Rhea Ripley, Roman Reigns, the Usos, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, merch, sell lots.
Fair enough.
Yep.
A bit of a health update on El Hijo del Vikingo. Good news, in fact. He seemingly passed out following a match at Triple Mania 31, their Mexico City event on Saturday. But he is understood to be fine after that. Diario record, which we think is daily record.
I don't know.
But we should have really concentrated more in other languages classes.
Buffoons.
Yes. Shared footage of Vikingo, though, being loaded onto a stretcher via medical officials. Tiffany Stratton. Oh, yeah, it's not Tiffany Stratton, it's Mercedes Money. He did his Triple A mega title defense against Dagger, Jack Cartwheel, and Mike Bailey. But fortunately, PW Insider have reported that Vikingo is okay, not currently expected to miss any upcoming dates. Either he was dehydrated and didn't eat enough food prior to Triple Mania, though no further updates are offered on his condition. That's like something my mum would tell me when I came home from football.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've got a headache.
I'm a bit sore.
They had PW Insider, whether or not the stretcher was a whole work angle thing. No one indicated that was the case, though. But yeah, in reassuring news, he was all over Instagram posting clips of the event afterwards.
Including him getting loaded onto a thing.
So I don't think it's too serious, but it's always nice to just reassure people, because worrying whenever you see a wrestler getting stretched out.
Yeah, hat tip to Lucha Blog for the thing about the Instagram post. Yeah. It's AAA and trying to work people up. And look, the clip was very convincing, so fair play. But look, Vikingo's a known person amongst our audience now, our sphere, now that he's been appearing for AEW, of course. So we thought we'd give you a little bit of an update in case you saw that clip and got worried. Don't worry, it's a work.
Yeah, I'm glad, because
probably
he's one of a great new wrestler to be introduced via AEW for myself. Jaw-dropping a lot of the time. Him and Commander, just a joy to see live.
He's immortal, just like Brody King.
Who's this?
It's a Bath who used to be an immortal, and Brody King did a tribute face paint on.
And it's ironic, actually, because quite a few wrestling fans could do with a bath, so...
That's rude. Apologise, sir.
Never. Twitter questions! Thanks for sending us all these lovely Twitter questions. Sorry for insulting you there.
Things Adam Wilborn cannot be stopped, trusted.
Brian George starts off. Cheers as always for the question, Brian. Good morning, guys. Do you think they'll keep Jey Uso off TV for a while, say until the Rumble, to really sell that he quit? Or will they botch it like they did with Punk and we'll see Jey back next week?
I have more faith in them holding on to it a bit now in this era. If this happened in 2011, absolutely, he'd be back next week. And the whole thing would stink. It's really difficult to make people buy into quit angles. Everyone knows he's going to be back. Unless you lack an internet connection, you probably aren't sitting there going, I can't believe Jey quit.
Or you're one of those people who bought that just random tweet where someone said, Fightful Selector reporting that Jey Uso's going to be at All In. Sean Ross Sapp straight away was like, no, we're not.
You see the other one that was like, was it Collision? There's been a fight with CM Punk. The main event is off. The trios titles match is off. They're gonna come up with a new match. Some idiot tweeted this like an hour before the show went on the air, and it's like, you absolute dope. Like,
I'm so glad.
As soon as that's gonna be disproven as soon as the show starts. Like,
I'm also so glad that I'm not Sean Ross Sapp, because I'm so all over the place with social media. If I ran Fightful, people would just be tweeting these reports, and about 6 hours later I'd go, oh, bollocks, are people believing that?
So Sean moved to shut it down,
obviously. Very good on that, Sean.
But yes, regarding Jey Uso, I think it takes a lot to... if you're going to make people buy into a quit angle, if you can pull this off, WWE, that is one hell of an achievement.
Do you know what? Again, I'm just stealing someone else's...
I won't buy well.
Post, doesn't it? Not tweets anymore, they're posts and X. I saw a great thing about this over the weekend where someone said, you know what they should do? They probably won't. It's WWE, and even if it isn't fully in control, come on. Let him work some indie shows. You're not saying he has to go and work for Impact or MLW or, Ortiz going to AEW or being in the crowd like one of the Highlanders at Impact Wrestling, whatever. But, just small in... Then people aren't going to stop watching WWE because Jey Uso has shown up at Wilborn Country Wrestling. WCW, wait a second, we've got something on our hands here. It's not going to happen, but I do think it's going to be a long time, because we were speculating about how they're going to keep this angle going until WrestleMania next year, and just turning it off effectively and turning it back on again in January does kind of work, and it gives Jim Uso time to work on whatever he's doing next, because I just assumed he was going to be a bad guy.
Bad boy. Yeah.
Right.
What? Bad boy.
Second question.
Why is that so weird?
It's nice to say that.
Bad boy.
Bad boy. Mark Smith says, if Adam Wilborn is joining the Dudley Boys as Spike, Which of Sidgwick and Hamlet is Bubba and who is Devon Dudley?
100% Sidgwick is Bubba because he swears all the time. It's true. Like, go back to those old ECW promos. Bubba Ray's being really crass, being swearing a lot. That's Michael Sidgwick. Michael Hamlet is Devon Dudley because I always see him jumping off the top turnbuckle.
Yeah.
So it's very athletic.
And part-time vicar as well.
Okay. Hangs around with Batista in this case.
Send Michael Sidgwick gifs of Bubba Ray Dudley with just the phrase, have a nice holiday.
Yeah, no context, just
No
Bubba
context.
Ray Dudley.
And don't snitch, Matt Reigns.
Yeah, you piece of Matt Reigns.
Right, Mo the Heel 1, 2, 3 gives us our final question,
Big
Andy.
Mo?
Regarding the women's tag titles.
Big Mo? Might be Little Mo,
Yeah.
I don't know. Shout out to Mo.
Which one's related to, what's his name?
Fred.
No, the actor.
Hello, little baby.
I'm gonna look this up in a second. He's a really famous actor, and I've forgotten. I think it's Big Mo's
Big Mo.
related to.
Big Mo.
How many
Anyway.
fingers? Right, I'll ask you the question.
Yeah, give me the question. Before
Regarding the women's tag titles, what if WWE do a storyline with Dawn and Fire, Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, of course, about the fact that they cursed the titles after their unification? I mean, it's right in front of our eyes, isn't it? Have a nice one, legends. Thank you, Mo.
Hell yeah.
Of course, yeah, because anytime we win the titles, it's like, yay, we've won that. Oh, one of us has gotten injured.
Why don't we just make the women's tag team titles the lower division? So the curse lives on. Isla Dawn and Alba Fire melt it down in a crock pot of spells and potions and stuff. And from them a new tag team title arises. And this tag team title is alive and it's actually a goblin. That's how we're going.
I love it. And a final concluding point on today's news. Big Mo from EastEnders is related to Oscar-winning actor Gary Oldman.
That's enough. Bye.
She's his sister. Check out this video. Have a great day.